Ladies and gentlemen, on your left you can see now the new port of Mykonos, the new port of the island, which is only for big vessels. The old port within the town is only for the small boats, for small yachts and so on. So Mykonos has two ports, the old one within the town and the new one outside of it, which is only for the big vessels, I repeat. So now, as I told you before, our first stop will be at Agios Ioannis. We shall be there in about 15 minutes. In the meantime, I would like to give you some general information about the island of Mykonos. Mykonos belongs to the Cyclades, a group of Greek islands in the South Aegean Sea, which consists in all of 27 islands. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on your left, the island that you see now on your left, opposite Mykonos, is Delos, okay? According to Greek mythology, Delos was the birthplace of Apollo, the god of sunlight, and of his twin sister Artemis, the goddess of moonlight. From Agios Ioannis we cannot see the ruins of the ancient city because these are found behind the hills that you see across the sea. Now, I would like to remind you that at Agios Ioannis we shall be making a short stop for photos. tourists, many people ask me why everything on Mykonos is painted white, why all buildings are whitewashed. Well, there are different reasons for this. The first reason comes from the old days, when synthetic detergents for cleaning had not been invented yet. So whitewash, which is a composition of lime and water, was used by the locals as a natural disinfectant against harmful organisms. And the smell that comes from it also kept insects away. The other reason is that, as you probably know, the white color reflects the strong sunbeams, thus keeping homes cool inside in the summer. Our bus will take us to one of the lovely sandy beaches of the island, to the sandy beach of Kalafatis, which is located on the southeastern coast.
Rocky there. Nice again. No, once you're in, it's beautiful. It's not the wind.
We are driving now along the northern coast of the island, heading towards the center of it. And down to the left you can see now the Bay of Panormos. That's the largest bay of the island. I suppose that you have already noticed that the sea around Mykonos, the sea water, is crystal clear. The Aegean Sea remains a clean sea. Now on your right, I would like to show you now one of the elementary schools of the island, the elementary school of Anomera on your right. In Greece, pupils, school attendance is compulsory for 9 years. 6 years at the elementary school and 3 more years at the so-called gymnasium, the lower high school. After the gymnasium, pupils can continue at trade schools. And our next stop will be at the village of Anomera. We shall be visiting there a Greek Orthodox monastery.
The monastery of Panagia Touriani is a Greek Orthodox monastery. Panagia Touriani, that's a difficult name, yes? Panagia is the Greek name for the Virgin Mary. It means the All Holy. Sorry, but my colleague is talking very, very much. Very, very fine. Yeah. Here it's our turn to visit the church. You want to take some pictures while we are waiting? Thank you very much.
Sir. Please, sir.
You're allowed to take pictures, but please without flash. No flash. Okay, could you please open up a little bit so that I can see you and you can see me because I'm small? Thank you. Okay, the last one, please. The miraculous icon of the Virgin Mary scepter. Do you remember it? That's the icon of the Virgin Mary holding Jesus, which, according to local legend, many, many years ago, were found in the area of Toulouse, in the area of the new port. This icon is very, very old. And it is also decorated with the jewels, with necklaces, finger and earrings and so on. These jewels are usually offered by people who suffer from serious health problems. By doing this, ill people plead the saints for their therapy or thank them for having been cured, for having been saved, okay? No class church dates from the 18th century and that it is decorated with valuable, very expensive wood carvings made by famous craftsmen in the city of Florence. Let me show you one of them. I would like to show you the so-called iconostasis or iconostasis. What do we mean when we say iconostasis or iconostasis in a Christian Orthodox church? We mean the high screen with icons which separates the altar, that is the place behind the iconostasis, from the main part of the church. Could you please open up? Thank you very much. So, the iconostasis is a typical feature of all Orthodox churches in the East. It is divided into 3 parts. Into the lower part with the main big icons, into the upper part with smaller icons depicting the most important events in the life of Jesus, and the iconostasis is always crowned by the crucifixion of Jesus. I would like to tell you something. The door right in the middle of it is called the Royal Gate. Why the Royal Gate? Because it leads into the altar, into the place where the sacrament of the Holy Communion takes place. So it leads into the kingdom of Jesus, yes? And when he's not performing behind the iconostasis, he sits here, he stands here, watching the congregation. The elevation platform up.
Next I'll be driving back to Mykonos town for a walk around the center.
Don't you worry about them.
No, that is vai giù. Why not?
So, ladies and gentlemen, right in front of us are the famous windmills of the island, which have been photographed, I assure you, as much as the Acropolis in Athens. Each windmill has 3 floors. The ground floor was for the gathering of grain, that is wheat and barley. The upper floors were for the grinding. The windmills have a round, a cylindrical form with a conical roof. The building material for the windmills is stone, local stone, while the roof is made of wooden beams covered with dry bulrushes. Bulrushes, let's call them dry grass. Now, the sail wheel usually consisted of 12 wooden antennas. Until the Erwin went to the house lights of the bar. These come down the beach right in front of the squares in order to walk and sleep quieten their souls. That's why the place was called the Alexandria and the town wide Alexandria. Because where the spot
Churches everywhere. It's very new, this one. Renovated. Curious
boats over there. That's the line, the queue back to the Royal Princess. Don't worry, you should not be waiting too long because you know the tender boats go every 10 minutes. Okay, so have a nice time, all of you. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a nice time. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, so this is the line.
Thank you.
Thank you. A bit of Bob Marley now to start off. I'll sail away here this evening.
My gosh, it's windy today.
Today I swear I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna kick my feet up and stare at the fan. Turn the TV on, throw my hands in my pants. Nobody's gonna tell me I can't. I've been out and the cats just chilling and snuggy. Flip the MTV so they can teach me how to dougie. It's in that castle, I'm not freaking mad. Oh, yes, I said it, I said it, I said it 'cause I can. Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. 'Cause I can. Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. Today I said I'm not doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message.
Welcome back all. I hope you have enjoyed the shore here in Mykonos. Quite a breezy day. The wind is gusting, especially earlier on this morning, up to 35 to 40 knots. So it wasn't easy to maintain a good heating to provide a lead down to the embarkation on the tenders. I hope that throughout you have enjoyed your stay either on shore or on board. And when you had to wait a little bit, I really hope it wasn't too much of a pain to stay there. The weather is not too bad, especially with this wind freshening up. Rest assured you are now on board and you are relaxing, and you have the whole afternoon and the evening to enjoy and relax. As we heave away anchor, which we're going to start very shortly, once the anchor is clear, then we're going to start to increase the speed in order to arrive tonight at the Dardanelles Strait. About 10:30 this evening, we're going to board the pilot, as it is requirement to pass through the Dardanelles Strait. and it's going to take almost a couple of hours to pass through the narrow strait. There's a couple of bolt alterations as well at the narrowest point, so we might have to use quite a bit of rudder. The vessel might hill a little bit, so there's nothing to worry about. On the way up, as soon as we leave Mykonos here, we're going to set various northerly courses through the North Aegean Sea. And the wind is going to be quite strong actually as soon as we leave Mykonos. So pay please extra attention out on the open deck, especially on the top, on the front part of the vessel, and also on your balcony as well, as we will have to alter the course. So there's going to be quite wind at some stage on the port side and at some stage on the starboard side. So please just pay extra attention opening and closing the doors when going out to the open decks. But Troyes is going to remain nice and clear, and the weather for tomorrow is also showing us a mostly sunny sky, although there is a slightly chance of possibility of passing shower, but throughout should be nice with temperature exceeding the 28 centigrade, which is just over 84 Fahrenheit, so quite a hot day tomorrow as well. As per the Strait of Dardanelles tonight, 10:30, although it will be dark through the Parson, there's still going to be a lot of light from the short side visible on either side. There is actually on the port side, interesting, just about 11 o'clock in the evening, we're going to pass Gallipoli. There is there, of course, the monument from the war there, and it is actually visible on the port side just about 11 o'clock. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start to heave away anchor and put a full speed up to Istanbul. That's why we need to leave so early. We need to make basically top speed, 21.5 knots, to reach the Dardanelles, where we have to slow down the speed of the vessel for a couple of hours, and then again maximum speed in order to approach Istanbul tomorrow morning, picking up the pilot just about 6:45, and then gently making the approach toward the assigned berth to be alongside and ready for you to go shore about 8 o'clock. Strong current there in front of Istanbul, so we need to approach the berth nice and slow. Very beautiful approach as well as we make the final approach from 7 o'clock or something on either side of the vessel. Very crowded there, and quite a nice approach in Istanbul. But if you're gonna be resting in bed, you can always see it, of course, on the departure tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your afternoon on board the magnificent Royal Princess. Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed your time up here with us this afternoon. We certainly have. We're going to leave you now with a bit of Michael Jackson to finish up from up here. Don't forget, you've got your country night tonight in the Vista Lounge. So come down, we want to see you line dancing with us. Down on deck 7 at the back of the ship. from us the volume. See you later.
Once again, very good afternoon to you. Royal Princess DJ Michael's back for another hour of music videos hanging out here poolside as we sail away from Mykonos. Get ready to put the pedal to the metal, if you will, make it full steam up to Istanbul first thing tomorrow morning. I got to tell you a very important announcement. In about 10 minutes time, down at the Seaview Bar. Now, if you're looking at me up here at the big screen, it's going to be down on deck 16 to my left. Seaview Bar opposite the Seawalk. Seaview Bar is our flaring bar. That's where all of the best flaring bartenders on board the Royal Princess reside. Now, flaring bartenders, if you ever been to TGI Fridays back in the States or back home from wherever you're from, the guys toss around the bottles and take 20 minutes to make one drink, but it's all in good fun, of course.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Danny, the art director, letting you know that our art auction extravaganza is going to be taking place in exactly 35 minutes live in the Vista Lounge on deck 7A. Now, the art auctions are a lot of fun, a great way to learn about artists and bring masters and past, as well as some of the modern day masters. Today's auction will be highlighting artists such as Pablo Picasso, Rembrandt, as well as Salvador Dali. So come and join us. The preview is going on right now as we speak. And the gavel goes down at 3 o'clock. The auction will be very short, just 1 hour today, and then we'll be writing $4,000 worth of raffle. We'll be giving away actually $2,000 worth of artwork today. If you want to come join us, this is in the Vista Lounge, all the way back of the ship on deck 7. Hold on, as we speak, in 30 more minutes time, the gavel will go down and the auction will begin. Come and join us for the art auction. Thanks for getting it.
Thank you, Mr. Berry. As I was saying, our best bartenders that do the flaring stuff are going to be down there at the CD bar. At 2:30, that show's going to go on. And we're going to stop the music up here so that you can draw your attention down there. Deck 16 if you want to get up front and personal.